Hi, this is Joel Noveno for my most recent update for Game Studio. So for the past week, I've mostly been looking at my code trying to figure out if there's any changes that need to be made. Also for cleanup as well as checking up on the other engineers, making sure that some of them are on task and if they need help as well. Some stuff I've recently implemented into the game is a bit is a bit more into a few developments into the double jump feature that I started that was implemented a few weeks ago in the game. So right now I implemented the actual power up that allows the player to act to have double jump active on at all times. Since according to the designers, this power up should only be active or is only available in level 1-3. As I went ahead and made the power up for it, which is this purple thing here. It's supposed to be a bat, but I'm not gonna model that. But I can show you guys that it does work. So right now, the player cannot double jump according to the inspector here in the script. Now if I click play, okay, the player still can't double jump, and I'll demonstrate that. One jump, I can't double jump, no matter how hard I try. Now I'll go and pick up the item, picked up, and if you look here, the can double jump checkbox has been checked off. Let's try it again. And double jump is now able. So that is done. However, for testing purposes, if the designers still need the player to double jump just to test how it works on the other levels, the designers can go ahead and put a check here if they want to test double jump in the other levels as well. And one other thing I I helped the designers in fixing has to do with the pickups, specifically for the fangs. So so this counter up here. Since the game is relatively shorter now, designers had to adjust the game design such that only the only the main fangs are being collected. Otherwise, we would have both fangs and teeth. Okay, don't mind the stalactites. There's the triggers right here, so that's why I kept falling. So anyway, so all all the teeth that the player can find in all our levels are now re-tagged as fangs. That's why there's only one indicator for teeth for fangs here. At first there were teeth and fangs because there's a distinction between them, but now since the game is shorter, it's just fangs. So if once I pick this fang, this counter should increase, and it does, and it works for the rest of the game as well. So okay, the last few things that the engineers that some engineers will be working on, or thinking, or rather, or what we're planning to do is to set up the save state for the player, such that we can properly keep track of all the collected items that the player receives throughout the levels. That way, when the player finishes one level, it goes to the next. The counters won't reset back to zero. So that is what's happening right now because we're not saving the player state. We're not saving what items he's already collected. So for now, that's my contribution for this week for Game Studio. On the for this upcoming week, I'll still figure out. I'll still be helping out where I can with the engineers and with the designers as well. If there's any bugs that come up again with the pieces I've implemented, I'll go ahead and fix those as well. After that, that should be it. Thank you.